Welcome to Heartfelt Life Diaries, where we explore stories of resilience, hope, and the incredible strength found within the human spirit. Once upon a time, on a quiet farm nestled between rolling green hills, lived an old farmer and his loyal donkey. The donkey had worked hard for many years, his coat gray and his steps slow, carrying the weight of endless seasons. Despite the years of service, the farmer often took the animal for granted, forgetting the bond they had shared for decades. Hidden amongst the tall grass and thick bushes lay a dry, abandoned well that had been forgotten by everyone on the farm. One unfortunate afternoon, while wandering too close to the edge, the poor donkey slipped and tumbled straight into the dark abyss. The animal cried piteously for hours as the farmer tried to figure out what to do about this sudden, tragic accident. He paced back and forth, listening to the cries, weighing the cost of rescue against the value of the old animal. Finally, he decided the animal was old, and the well needed to be covered anyway. It was not worth the retrieval. He invited all his neighbors to come over and help him with what he considered a necessary but very unpleasant task. They all grabbed a shovel and began to shovel dirt into the well, unaware of the profound lesson about to unfold. At first, the donkey realized what was happening and cried horribly, the sound echoing off the cold stone walls of the well. The shovels moved in a rhythmic motion, throwing heavy soil down into the darkness, intending to bury the past and the problem. For a moment, the situation seemed hopeless, as the weight of the earth threatened to extinguish the poor creature's life forever. Then, to everyone's surprise, the donkey quieted down, and a strange silence fell over the well, puzzling the farmers above. A few shovel loads later, the farmer finally looked down the well and was astonished by what he saw in the shadows. With every shovel of dirt that hit his back, the donkey was doing something amazing. He would shake it off and step up. As the dirt fell to the ground, the donkey stepped on top of it, turning the intended burden into a stepping stone. The neighbors continued to shovel dirt, but the mood had shifted from grim duty to watching a miraculous feat of survival. Shake it off and step up. Shake it off and step up. This became the rhythm of his fight for life. It wasn't long before the old donkey, battered and dirty, was visible near the top, rising with the level of the earth. The crowd watched in silence as the creature they tried to bury used their very attacks to lift himself toward freedom. His eyes, once filled with terror, now shone with a fierce determination to survive and overcome the darkness that surrounded him. With one final effort, he shook off the last load of dirt, preparing to take the most important step of all. Everyone held their breath as the weary animal placed his hooves on the edge of the well, pulling himself up. To everyone's astonishment, the old donkey stepped over the edge of the well, exhausted but alive, triumphant against all the odds. He shook himself one last time, let out a happy bray, and trotted off into the pasture, leaving the men speechless. The farmer stood humbled, realizing that the creature he deemed useless had just taught him the greatest lesson of his life. Life is going to shovel dirt on you, all kinds of dirt, but the trick to getting out is shaking it. Each of our troubles is a stepping stone. We can get out of the deepest wells just by not stopping. Never let the world bury you in bitterness or despair. Instead, use the challenges to elevate yourself to higher ground. The farmer learned to value resilience, understanding that true worth isn't in youth or strength, but in the will to survive. Whatever you are facing today, remember the old donkey. Shake off the criticism, shake off the doubt, and take a step. Do not let the dirt of life weigh you down. Let it become the solid foundation upon which you build your success. The well that was meant to be a grave became a path to freedom, simply because he refused to give up. In the darkest moments when you feel like you are hitting rock bottom, look up and find the strength to rise. Your attitude determines your altitude. Shake off the negativity and step up towards the light that is waiting for you. Share this story with someone who is going through a hard time, to remind them that they have the power within. Forgiveness and resilience go hand in hand, allowing us to move forward without the heavy burden of the past on our shoulders. Let your spirit remain gentle, yet unbreakable, like the wildflowers that bloom courageously, even in the harshest of winter storms. The world is vast and full of challenges, but you are built to withstand them and emerge stronger than ever before. Keep your inner light burning bright, for it is the only thing that can guide you out of the deepest darkness. Remember the 5 simple words that saved a life and can change yours. Shake it off and step up. Thank you for watching Heartfelt Life Diaries. Remember to shake off your problems and step up towards a brighter, hopeful future. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe to join our community of positivity. See you in the next video.